Okay. Gotta make do with this little snowstorm we got going on. Yeah. Wonder who that could be. One sec. Weird. Who would send me a pizza? We had it delivered to you in a pizza box because, well, comics and pizza just go hand in hand, right? Sincerely, Mike L. Angelo. Hello and welcome to another session of Therapy and Panels. Today, due to a very special delivery, we will be talking about a phenomenal pop culture icon today. Created in 1983 by Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman, the creation of the Turtles started off as nothing more than a goofy little doodle to make the others laugh. Each then decided to try and one-up the other on the drawing, and we officially have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Using concepts from books they enjoyed such as Daredevil and the New Teen Titans, with the addition of funny animals such as Howard the Duck, they created the story, and with a loan from Eastman's uncle and a tax return, they printed out the first 3,000 copies, and the rest is history. So, let's see how the Turtles started off as we tap into our inner turtle power and read Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 1. My cover is a special edition copy of the first issue, and I gotta say, the cover is awesome looking, with the dark and gritty noir cross-hatching showing all 4 turtles in cool-looking poses, looking more intimidating than most incarnations that many are used to. The story begins with the Turtles cornered by a street gang known as the Purple Dragons. But, due to the gang's surprise, these supposed freaks in costumes make the first move and attack. During the battle, we get an explanation on who each turtle is and the weapon they use, which, for the black and white comic, it's really the best way we can quickly identify who is who. We also see that compared to some interpretations, these turtles are more brutal than the ones many of us have grown up with. Before the police arrive, the 4 pull a ninja vanish and head down to the sewers below. We get told about them living in the sewers and are welcomed home by their father/mentor figure, Splinter. "Ah, my boys, you have returned. Did anyone try to milk you on your way out?" "Dude, how many times do we have to tell you that is never going to happen?" Splinter congratulates the group for their success with the Purple Dragons and decides to finally tell them the reason he has been training them for the past 13 years now. "For you see, my sons, we all came from a distant planet." Dudes, I think Splinter's drunk. No, the tale actually begins decades ago in Japan with a ninja master known as Hamato Yoshi, who Splinter was the pet rat to. One of the weird things to me in this story, I know that's saying a lot with the concept, but apparently during training, Splinter would just watch his master and start to mimic his movements, which is how he learned ninjutsu. Dude, Yoshi must have been oblivious, because if I saw my pet do ninja moves like that, and as far as I'm aware of non-experimented pet rat, I would be posting that on YouTube or something like. Yoshi was a member of a group known as the Foot Clan, and was rivals with another member of the group named Oroku Nagi. The two battled to be better than the other at everything, even when it came to love, as both had eyes for a woman named Ten Shin. However, despite Oroku's efforts, Shen only had eyes for Yoshi, which angered him to the point of attacking her. Yoshi luckily arrived to see this happen, and filled with such anger, he beat Orokunaki to death. Shamed by his actions, he left the Foot Clan and started a new life with Tang Shen in New York, starting a small martial arts school. But unbeknownst to Yoshi, however, this began a lifelong enemy for Orokunaki's younger brother, Oroku Saki. Saki spent the next few years training himself to be the best, to which the leaders of the Foot Clan appoint him as the leader of their New York division, much to his excitement. In New York City, Saki, now calling himself the Shredder, turned the Foot Clan into a powerful criminal empire, but before he could be satisfied, he had to successfully complete his revenge for his brother. So one night when Yoshi returned home, he found the dead body of Tang Shen, and without hesitation, the Shredder attacked. During the struggle of the two, Splinter's cage was broken, and he leapt out. But in the end, Shredder was the victor, finally having his revenge. And for some time, Splinter was left homeless, having to scrounge for food in garbage cans, until one eventful day occurred. Spotting out in the streets a blind man being close to getting hit by a truck filled with chemicals, a very brave young lad quickly pushed him away, causing the truck to stop in a sudden jolt, knocking over canisters of the strange liquid, one striking the young man and bouncing over, hitting a bowl filled with a baby turtle, sending them down to an open sewer. You know, wonder whatever ended up happening to that brave young man. No, seriously, that's a parody. Splinter, curious, went down to the sewers and found the 4 babies covered in the broken canister of ooze. Even a mystery for him, he decided to take the turtles to his home, getting covered in the ooze himself. And the next day, when he awoke, he was surprised to see that not only he, but the turtles themselves have doubled in size and intellect. Things became even more amazing when they began to speak and mimic Splinter's movements as he was practicing the martial arts he learned from his owner. With their origin told to them, Splinter assigns the 4 to avenge the death of Hamato Yoshi by taking down the Shredder once and for all. Raphael is sent to sneak into Shredder's base as he is trying to make a deal with some business people for protection when Raph fires a note through his window challenging him to a battle. The businessmen walk out, seeing how it seems that Shredder is unable to keep his own place secure, so why should they trust him for the protection of their business? Which angers Shredder, and deciding to agree to deal with the one who dares to challenge him. And with that, we are going to leave it up to you guys to figure out the rest. But for my final diagnosis, this is amazing. You'd think at first glance, with a story about mutated turtles learning ninjutsu by a rat, seriously, how did Splinter mimic those moves? And for the 80s, it fit perfectly with the feel of things at the time, surprisingly. This was a story that was originally planned as a one-time thing, but due to the success of the book, we ended up with a phenomenal pop cultural icon that still is running to today. And that is all the time we have for today's session. I'd like to thank you all for watching another session of Therapy and Panels. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Just for a little heads up, I did start up a little gaming channel on the side. If any of you are interested in that, be sure to go on and see Gaming Therapy. And until next time, I'm the Super Guru, signing off.